The murder weapon is... skip it. Switchblade! How about this? Don't tell me that's... there's a tag on it attached to it with the SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since the case was closed, that knife's been locked away in the locker. The day Detective Goodman was murdered, the suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that criminating piece of evidence was. You showed me that knife, it all came back. What is it? Well, let's hear about Dark's crimes first. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Businessman? What made him go to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. So, it was an accident. Accident? Yes, but transformed him into an animal. He killed the man that witnessed the accident, and then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. Boy, oh, come on, dude. You do not kill children. That is just wrong. That is the wrongest you could get. Pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. He turned himself in. In the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Marshall. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but unfortunately, he was arrested on the spot. Good thing the last witness wasn't killed. Last witness was Emma. Okay, the murder weapon. Let's get down to brass tacks here. This knife was Joe Dark's. That's right. Traced it back to the store he bought it at and had the fingerprints on it. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone. That's where his luck ran out. If you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a look to notice that. Well, anyway, take a guess where the broken tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Found deep inside the stab wound. It matched Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. It's pretty conclusive. Neil's autopsy report. Switchblade updated, essentially. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Yes, one more thing. What is it? If it's what you need, you better go ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? That's where Prosecuting Marshall was murdered. I'd like to go have a look around if that's alright. Well, a detective's ID card will unlock the door. Really? If I let a civilian in there, I'll be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'll be canned. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. Oh, this ID card, it was Goodman's. Won't work either. Data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting in. Great. Something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Well, I don't think we got anything that's really gonna mess with him, so we best go talk with someone else. How about Edgeworth? Why not? Oh, dear Christ. Please tell me she's not here. No one's around today, thank you. Everyone's probably busy looking into what happened in the evidence room. But we proved in court that no one was murdered in there. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway. But instead it looks like we just ended making Alana look even more guilty. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Alright, let's talk with Edgeworth. Maybe he can shed some light on this. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. Looks like he's writing something. Hi! Sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? Had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Like some people I don't have all day. Alright, how about the forged evidence? There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it breaks down to, and nothing I can do to erase it. But you didn't know. And the evidence was falsified. Police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If the bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. Police department's error is my error, and the same thing. The fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have. So it doesn't matter if you didn't know, you're still left in the A. Why does it all come down to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. What about the trial tomorrow, the final day? Up for it? First last year's trial, now this. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Can't just walk out on trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. Bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought the case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? That list of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That's odd. After Marshall was killed, I became prosecutor for that case. It had been part of the investigation. There was only one thing on my mind. I'd use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That picture. Everything seems strange about it. But first we're going to talk about the day of the crime. Can you tell us about what happened? Hey, Goodman was murdered. Participating in a ceremony at the station. I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend. Because you were awarded that. Receiving rewards can't exactly skip out. I finished up at the office that morning and drove over to the department. Finished? Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. Didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is until I was asked to take something back. And that would be the screwdriver. Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. The story we heard yesterday. So he came back here to the office because I can't ask you to? Yep. It's odd. No, we're not gonna move. Go back. Can't present him with that picture that we saw. The team picture. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he just started making a name for himself. Looks like this is taking where he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy that Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. You're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was the official prosecutor's trophy used until that time. Story behind it. Story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it? Simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Well, that's weird. But hell, let's listen to it. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. First means halberd, the second means shield. Yeah, sure, everyone knows that. Let's tell it, though, for Emma's sake. Very well. Well, this is different. Long ago in the Kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of the items discredit them both. The king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Really, Phoenix? You had to go all nuts for that one? Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. Ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to presume matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. That's funny. If that's so, then why was yours only a shield? You'll have to ask Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Gant. Update! Alright, let's try to get back in that room and figure out what we can do. Or we can get interrupted by this. Oh dear God, no. Get for a quarter pound of roast beef? I guess she's out of lunches. Kinda like the first person who's... No. No. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred that the very day. Evidence from that case was due for transfer. Can't be attributed to mere coincidence. Forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness? But still. Why are you just talking about roast beef? Do I really have to talk to her? Why? Talk about the investigation, get it over with. Trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was more alive than I was then. These days are steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall must have been going through hell. I mean, because of his brother's death. They were close, those two. When Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Sky. The best of the best were put on the case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo. Damn it, that's like the 5th time they've shown it! Alright, after the case closed. Legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up with our investigation. That's why we're so shocked over how it turned out. I mean, with the forging of evidence. Don't get me wrong, Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced was manipulated. Items our team never found were suddenly appeared. Other items were kept secret. I'm proof enough of what happened. In that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Also, not even so much of an explanation. Then Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office and became the chief. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. It's being used? Okay, how about this legendary duo? That's the 6th time, goddammit! They were the best. Solved all kinds of cases. And Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to track evidence. Which produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Well, yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Oh yes, myself included. Was a fool, really. She hated everything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she'd lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't think Jake would ever recover from his shock. So it makes it all the more infuriating. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why'd she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Alright. Just in case you're wondering, yes, I am reading a lot of this because I don't really have much commentary because this game is getting on my nerves. But luckily, we're in the last stretch here, so it will be over soon. Yeah, this game can get kind of, boring after a while, but it's still interesting at the very end of the day. He can control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case closed, she's never been the same. Logical to conclude, there must have been a reason for her change. Last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you! Takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. Hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Oh, trust me, I will. Alright. Back to talk with Gumshoe. Can we finally get somewhere? Oh, you're back. Still here? Now you gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files, turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? Not mistaken, he means desk jockey. Admiring your persistency, but my answer's still no. Not letting you in the office. God damn it. Let's take a look in there. Gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Well, if it's anything, it's not gonna be here. Come to think of it, wasn't there a piece of paper in Edgeworth's room? I wanna see that piece of paper. Out of the way, Edgeworth, I'm looking under your desk. Wonder what he was writing before. Let's take a look. Crazy Edgeworth is standing right there. Let's distract him. Hey Edgeworth! That tank can punch you out the window there? Oh no, he's fallen to the ground! First let me see what this girl's crying. Damn it. What? Letter of... If you can't read, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? You don't mean... I'm tired, Mr. Wright. Feel as if something inside me has died. None of it's your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. The path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. No one else should forgive me either. Oh god, he's gone back to emo mode. It's a letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. I'm taking it! Maybe this will change Gumshoe's mind. I mean, he doesn't want to lose his precious buddy, does he? This will make him move like lightning. Getting so much crap in this. Discard letter of resignation. He's serious. Okay, can we take a closer look at it? Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. You really wrote a resignation letter. When resigning, he's cool and concise. Still, it's not his fault. Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world. Well, not everyone sees it that way. Take responsibility, you have to work for the rest of your life for no pay. Sometimes the grown-up world can be tough. Yet that doesn't make him move nothing well. No way! Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far. Edgeworth really feels responsible. First, I thought he was cold as ice. But I know different. Trust us detectives provide him with sound evidence. We just betrayed him. Gumshoe. That's it. I've made up my mind. But here, take my ID. Can't do that if someone found out. Wouldn't let you get off the hook with another lost item report. No secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. So at least let me do this for Edgeworth. Alright. Thanks. Swiftly into our pockets. I'm getting into that room if it's the last thing I do. Alright, turn on the goddamn lights. Thank you. No, turn off the music, please. Turn it off. Open sesame. I'm gonna find this now. The Goodman's a goner. That happens. I'm counting on you to build. Did you come in too? Really? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. Even though you could stop a ghost. Ah, Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to. So if you're here, what's the point of giving us your ID? Don't do that. Well, you said you might as well be screwed. Hardly even got a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really want to get fired? Now, if we're lucky, come on, let's see what we can find. Got a bad feeling about this. Right, let's start examining some stuff. How about that suit of armor? The real deal, isn't it? Armor and these weapons? Sure is. Chief doesn't care for imitations. Just by worrying about the armor? Do you know what taxpayers' dollars have gone into this room? I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. For what you say, who knows, the chief might be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. If he did, we wouldn't be able to get out. I don't know, you guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Well, how about the desk? Look at the size of the desk. When we were in here earlier, he was hiding something. Put that paper he was reading in his desk. So let's take it from his desk. This looks like a list of evidence used in the case. List of evidence? Most cases the list runs twice as long as this. The case name. SL9. Wonder what this is doing here. Hold it, detective. What did you just say? Said, I wonder what... No. Normally they're twice as long. Half-size list of evidence. List of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half be doing here? It must be hiding something about the case. It appears so. Nice. Okay, what else can we find here? Well, what about this thing? In the background, I can't really see it. It's a safe. Safe? Word is ripe with intrigue. Right, if you say so. Looks like it could just be entered in the panel. 7-digit number. I think I might know what that is. Well, if it's 7 digits, then it has to be one of these numbers, right? You know what, just for the hell of it, I'm going to try out 7 sevens. 7-digit number. They're all 7. I have a hunch. No. Input code. How about that? Oh, nice! Bingo. Whose birthday was it? 77's, the final ID number. Since no one comes in this room but Gant, and no one knows his, it's just a lucky guess. Very lucky number. You mean 777's? That ID number? I think you're 17 shy. I only mean one thing. It's Gant's number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Hell yes! What is in there? I want it, whatever it is. Any money in there? How much does he have stashed? It's, a shard of a broken cup. Somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? I don't know. How about the unstable jar you have in your pocket? Phoenix. It's a piece of cloth. With a handprint on it. Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. Think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Well, it's just a thought. Is that it? Apparently so, it's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy. Are these two items related to the SL9 incident? There's gotta be something we can show. How about the unstable jar itself? Since that shard is part of it. Gumshoe, let's take a look at this. All of us put that back together. Oh, those days. Can't really be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from the case? That's right. One of these shards of the SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells, you know, that fragment we just found? And this one that was in the safe? Yeah, that one. That was in the safe. Finally, he gets it. Let's see if it fits. Why not?